Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Sarah Hutchinson at Yoga Beyond the Poses. It's almost June 1st and I'm here bundled up on a almost wintry, summery day in western Colorado. I know the weather's been intense for us and unusual. I know it's been intense and unusual for many of you as well. I send heartfelt blessings to those who are affected by the tornadoes and floods. We're living in an intense time. The weather's intense, the politics are intense, health concerns are intense. This is just where we find ourselves. So my question and my work is, how do we become resilient in the face of rapid change, health challenges, overwhelm? What are the tools and techniques that we can draw from ancient wisdom and modern science to stay clear, to stay on track, to find our way through confusion, and to thrive? So this week, in this video, I want to make a special offer to you. And before I do that, I want to let you know something about some of the work I've been doing as I've been offline for this last year. As I experienced illness and grief in my own life, I found myself really super vulnerable. Now, that's not easy for me to be vulnerable because I'm kind of a tough guy, and there's a lot of reasons for that. It's my nature. It was the nature of my environment when I was growing up that being tough had a big payoff. And let's face it, being tough in the world does have a payoff. It gets you places. But as I've become a little long in the tooth, as am getting older, I've realized there's more to life than being tough. So when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And in my case, the teacher was illness and grief. It brought me to my knees, made me wonder about my own ability to survive and to thrive. I experienced intense vulnerability, and from that vulnerability came an opportunity to grow that I could never have imagined. In my vulnerable state, I met another teacher. Her name is Suzanne Anderson, and she's the author of The Way of the Mysterial Woman. This work is specific to women, although men can learn a ton from it as well. In this work, Suzanne recognizes that women have special barriers to experiencing themselves as fully powerful human beings. These barriers are largely cultural. Many of them are in our DNA as a result of cultural conditioning. The fact is they're there. And many of us are like a bird who got into the house that's pressing against the window. You've seen it. The bird's in the house. It sees the sky. It says to itself, I belong in that sky. I've got to get out, but why can't I get through? Do you ever feel like that as a woman? Do you ever feel like you could be more authentically powerful, that you could give your gift to the world more completely if you could just get past that invisible force field? Well, Suzanne's work addresses this, and it's specific to women. So lucky me, I got involved with Suzanne when she first began to bring her work online, and I'm still, in fact, studying with her. She offers a methodology that I highly recommend you engage with if you feel like that bird against the window. You have an opportunity to meet Suzanne and to understand more about her work in a webinar that she'll be doing on June 13th, and the information and registration is on this page. I'm here to recommend to you that if you feel at all like the bird against the window, if you feel like there's more to your life than you're living, it's worth meeting Suzanne, seeing if there's a resonance with her. It's worth listening to the structures and the methods that she uses in order for us to get more deeply inside and open that window and fly free. So, highly recommend you check out her webinar. Suzanne has brought me the gifts of the power of vulnerability, a deeper resilience, the ability to stand in my own authenticity without fear, and these are indeed powerful tools. So check it out. Register for the webinar here on this page, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.